Why Islamic finance? There are many reasons where we can list it down why you have to consider Islamic finance. Let me brief few of those. Number one reason I can say that Islamic finance is providing solutions. In the 21st century, we have many economical problems. According to the Oxfam International, an economy for 99% report they produced in January 2017, which says that only 8 people in the world is having the half of the population's wealth combined together. That's about 3.6 billion people's wealth combined together is held by just 8 people in the world. Wealth imbalance is one of the main problem what we have, as I mentioned. So in Al-Quran it has been mentioned in chapter number 59 verse number 7 saying that the wealth needs to get out of the circle and getting circulated between the rich and poor. It should not be getting stagnated with only the rich. This is one of the way where we can narrow down the gap between the rich and poor. Islam has encouraged many ways to do this. For example, zakah, which is mandatory, sadaqah, which is voluntary, and we have waqf that is recommended for the sake of the community that we can do. Likewise, it has been mentioned about hiba, known as gift, and warasat, which is inheritance. So for example, 5 different schemes which is promoting the charitable and also distribution of wealth. The second reason why you have to consider Islamic finance, that I can say Islamic finance is always socially responsible. When I say socially responsible, anything that will harm us or our community or country at large, that business line is completely prohibited from an Islamic finance perspective. Let me name a few of the prohibited business lines. Nightclubs, casinos, pornographies, and also anything that is to deal with drugs, tobacco, alcohol, also arm production. All these nature of the business lines have been completely prohibited. On top of that, interest based banking, business, finance, leasing, all these also have been prohibited by Islamic finance. In later areas, we will be studying in detail as why interest based banking, business and finance have been prohibited completely. The third reason why you have to think about Islamic finance, that I can say Islamic finance is too big to ignore. When I say too big to ignore, it is an industry which is having the double-digit growth, and as of 2017, we have reached up to 2 to 3 trillion and expected to grow up to 8 to 10 trillion by 2020. When an industry is growing, we cannot ignore and we have to accommodate those industries. So in that nature, Islamic finance have been accommodated by many countries in the world. When I say many countries, if you take for example UK is having a Muslim minority population, whereas we have more than 5 fully fledged Islamic banks and also more than 80 Islamic finance education providers. So likewise, you take Thailand for example. In Thailand, we have 95% of the people, those who are following Buddhism. But still, they do have an Islamic bank which has been incorporated by the government of Thailand. You name any of the countries in the world, whether it's a Muslim majority country or Muslim minority country, irrespective of the religion, they are considering or they are accommodating, or in another word I can say they are changing their banking law and incorporating the Islamic banking forte into their banking system.